Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie and this is What Kate Finds. Today is going to be a two-part skincare edition. Today's part one is going to be mainly everything I use daily, so my daily morning and night routine. And then part two is going to be more specialized spot treatments and face masks because I love me a good face mask. I've got a ton of them for different things and I could talk about that all on its own. I've done a lot of research over the past year and I basically just kind of decided that I'm a grown-ass woman and I need to up my skincare game. I've changed basically everything I use and all of the processes that I kind of used to use, and my skin has never looked better. And in fact, just recently I've started not wearing any foundation. I finally am just wearing moisturizer and concealer, under my eyes, and just spot concealing if I have any little spots. So I'll start off with telling you my skincare type and what my concerns are so that you can understand if any of this would relate to you. But basically I'm just combination skin. So sometimes I'm oily, sometimes I'm dry. My main concerns are really anti-aging because I'm 37, and also I get adult acne, which is awesome. So I'm basically just trying to preserve the skin that I have and keep the acne at bay. That's my goals. So as I mentioned before, I've done a lot of research, and skincare is so difficult because I'm not a chemist, I'm not an esthetician or a scientist, and I don't want to be any of those things. I very luckily stumbled upon an interview on YouTube with Caroline Hirons, and she is a skincare expert and I believe a practicing esthetician as well in the UK. I'll link that video below. Because it was just very enlightening to me, and it was the first time I had ever seen her. And since then, I now stalk her on Instagram. She has a blog, and since I started following her, she was encouraged to start a YouTube channel. And many of the purchases and the processes that I use are directly influenced by her. In the interview that I first saw with her, I really love that she said she hates the term anti-aging because aging is a privilege that not everyone gets. And I thought that was really beautiful. And so I was like, this girl, yeah, I'm going to follow her. And the last thing that I want to mention before I get into the good stuff is when I think, I hear about a product or I think I'm going to buy something, I will go to not just only Sephora's website and look at the reviews, the customer reviews, and see kind of what people's feedback is. But sometimes it's really helpful to learn more than just a sentence that some person has to say. And so a lot of the time I come to YouTube and I will search in the field, Sunday Riley Good Jeans review. Well, sometimes it just helps to hear a real person talk about why they love or didn't love a product. So I usually go into a purchase knowing why I'm getting it, how to better use it, and just what I'm expecting from it in the end. And I feel like I've had great success in the overall outcome of the products that I'm using by doing this. Okay. Let's get into the good stuff. So I'm going to start off with my nighttime routine since that's much more extensive than my morning routine. I used to to remove my makeup, I would either use a makeup wipe or a Clarisonic, or sometimes I wouldn't even wash my face. I'd be like, this has been too long of a day, peace out, I'm not washing my face. So after hearing Caroline profess that she does not like the Clarisonic or makeup removing wipes, I really adopted the method of a cleansing balm or a double cleanse, which is kind of her claim to fame. So she recently collaborated with Pixi, which is sold at Target, to make the Pixi and Caroline Hirons double cleanse. And it's so easy and I love it because it's all in one step and it's fabulous. So what it is it has two sides to it. And so one side is a solid cleansing oil, and this is brand new, this one. But so one side is this hard oil, so it kind of feels like a coconut oil, if you're familiar. And so you just kind of take a little bit of that out and then you massage it into your face, and then your makeup gets everywhere. And then you take a white washcloth, which I've since bought a stack because Caroline Hirons loves a white flannel, which is just a washcloth. But you take it and get hot to warm water on it, and then you just put that on your face, then you wipe all of it off. And I really love this method of taking off your makeup because I hate splashing water on my face. I don't know why, but I hate the sensation of when water drips down your arms. Oh, I can't stand it. And so, which is why I use the Clarisonic or the cleansing wipes, to be honest with you. but this is such a better way, and it's such a hydrating way to take your makeup off. I love the way it makes my skin feel. So I use that, side step 1, and then 2 is just the actual cleanser that cleans your face. And then you wipe that off, or you can rinse that off with water. If you don't like that one for some reason, because like I said, that one has no bells and whistles to it. Like, she's really appealing to all skin types with it. I've tried, at her recommendation as well, Clinque has 2 different cleansing products. They have Take the Day Off, which is, they have a cleansing balm, which is similar to that, like that solid cleanser, and then they have a cleansing milk, and I really liked both of those. And then before she came out with this one for Pixi has their own, which they still sell, which is just called the Nourishing Cleansing Balm. And so you can just use this too to take your makeup off. And this one actually smells really good because it has sweet almond oil and cocoa butter in it. So I really like this one, and I like hers as well. So now the second thing that's new that I started using at the recommendation of Caroline is a retinol. I'd never used a retinol before, which really helps with anti-aging, and it helps get that, that top layer of skin exfoliating off of your face. Because something else that she talks about is that she doesn't like physical exfoliants. So anything that has like little granular bits in it. She really likes a chemical exfoliant. I guess it's actually much gentler, because those little physical bits are really just scratching the surface of your skin, which is very sensitive as it is. And so a chemical exfoliant is much more gentle but more effective at really, stimulating collagen and getting that new skin to come out. And so what I've been using is the Sunday Riley Luna Sleeping Oil. So this says that it reduces the appearance of pores and wrinkles while fighting the visible signs of premature aging, which is fine lines, uneven texture, age spots, dryness, and dullness. And for sure, like, this has helped with the texture of my skin so much. Even when I don't have like an actual breakout on my skin has never really felt like smooth like a baby's butt. And now my skin does. And so I think that this just helps with that collagen turnover, just helped with the overall texture of my skin. And so this is just a blue oil, and as it suggests, it's sleeping oil. So you use this at night, because I guess retinols you're not supposed to use in the day because they can be very damaging with sun exposure. So this is just a blue oil, and I just use like 3 drops, and then you just massage it into your face, and it just dissolves right in. You don't turn blue or anything. Now, I guess with retinols, you're supposed to let them sit on your skin for a couple of minutes before you move on to your next step. So this should always be the first step after you wash your face, and then let that sit for a minute. And usually that's just when I brush my teeth. And then I'll move on to my next favorite product. So the next thing I move on to is also by Sunday Riley, and it is the Good Genes. Now this is has a cult following. There is a ton of hype around this product, and it's all accurate. At least for me, it has been. This has been a life-changing product, and I don't ever want to be without it. It's a lactic acid treatment, and you just use 1 pump or 2, which is what it says on the back. Now, I would use a half a pump. This is like liquid gold, and this is expensive, and I'm trying to make this last. You just, massage it into your face, and when you first start using it, I noticed like burning in certain areas of my face wherever I guess I had issues that needed to be like burned out. I don't know. But once you get used to it, it doesn't feel like that anymore, and every day, like, it feels fine. Now, a lot of people have mentioned that they cannot stand the smell of this. I've heard someone explain that it smells like pickled lemons at like an Indian restaurant. I don't even know what that is. But the reason is because there's actually lemongrass in here, and I forget what that does, but there's a reason for it, because I watched Sunday Riley, who, as it turns out, is a person named Sunday. Isn't that sweet? I didn't know that she was a person. Anyway, so this says that it deeply exfoliates the dull surface of the skin for clarity, radiance, and younger looking skin. Visibly brightens the appearance of age spots and discoloration. Instantly plumps the look of fine lines and wrinkles in 3 minutes. What? And I really feel like it does. And the reason that I use this at night is because I saw an interview with Sunday Riley, which I will link below as well if you're interested, and she mentioned how this really helps boost the performance of whatever you use after it. So I feel like this is responsible for just the overall like glowiness of my skin. My skin feels like I have noticed some fine lines happening around my face. I feel like those have improved. I feel like this just makes your skin look that much more elevated than what it normally does. And I don't know how to explain it. It's like a pregnancy glow or something. And and I don't think that this is supposed to be like an acne product, but I feel like this has helped with that too. I feel like everything has just come together, and it's been this, which I hold on a pedestal and I love, and it is amazing. And so since I love that one so much, I started trying, I picked up this Sunday Riley product at the last Sephora VIB sale. This is the C.E.O. Rapid Flash Brightening Serum. And the reason that I'm trying this right now is because I think that this has vitamin C in it, which is really good too for like spots left over from after you've had a breakout. And so I always hang on to scars like for so long. And so I can get like a breakout and then we'll be left with that scar for months, if not a year. I mean, it can be bad. And so the Good Genes, I think, is supposed to help a little bit with those spots and discoloration, but this is supposed to really help speed that up. And I've read a lot of reviews online that this really helps with that, and so we'll see. But I literally started using this a week ago, so I just wanted to mention that it's in my routine, but the jury's out on whether or not I love it yet. And then because I mentioned I have acne-prone skin, I feel like I'm always going to have to use some type of like acne lotion in my routine. And I used to use Proactive, and like I said before, I'm a grown-ass woman. I should probably move on to something different than Proactive. I'm not a teenager. I mean, by all means, that works and it works well, but it really dries out my skin. So what I've used in place of that is the Kate Somerville Acne Back, which is just an anti-clearing lotion, and it has 5% benzoyl peroxide, which I think is also the same ingredient in Proactive. And this has really helped keep my acne at bay and keep it under control. I mean, I still get like a hormonal thing or two during that time, during that lovely time. But this has really helped, and this hasn't dried out my skin. And so this I really love, and I'm on my second bottle already. So this is a good one. And then the next step in my nighttime routine is my moisturizer. And I kind of bounce around from time to time with different moisturizers, but this one I'm on my second jar and I really liked it, so I bought it again. But it's the Clinque Moisture Surge Intense, and it's kind of like a gel cream. This one I've liked because it's for very dry to dry combination skin, and so this definitely helps get me through like the thick of the winter. And so I don't know if I'll need to change this up in the summer or not, but I'm still using it and I still really like it. But it's kind of just a thick, like, it's kind of like a gel cream, so it's not as thick as just a cream. But I really like this, and it doesn't really smell like anything. So, and then the last thing is an eye cream, and I'm not really partial to eye creams. I pretty much use whatever I get a free sample at Sephora, or like I'll use the reward points at Sephora for a little sample. And so right now I just happen to be using Clinique All About the Eyes. So that's the nighttime routine. Now on to the daytime. Okay, are you with me? Is anybody still watching this? So the first thing that I've been using for the last couple months, my gem of a friend, Jamie, got this for me, is this illuminating face toner. And how cute is this packaging? And it doesn't say that there's a brand on it, so Jamie will have to tell me where you got this from because I would like to buy more. But I really like this for two reasons. And it's, first of all, it's made here in Grand Rapids, so I love keeping it local. And I really love using this in the morning because it really helps like wake me up. Like spray your face with something in the morning, you'll feel more awake instantly. And then if that thing that you spray it with smells a little bit like grapefruit, that's like an invigorating scent, you know? So I really love that. And then the next thing is SPF. So I have two SPFs that I like. It just kind of depends on what I'm doing that day. This one is from Paula's Choice, and it's the Resist Super Light Daily Wrinkle Defense. And so this has SPF 30 in it, and then it has an anti-aging element in it that visibly reduces wrinkles. And then it's also like, it's a mattifying and smoothing lotion, and which is kind of nice in the summer to have it be mattifying a little bit. But the one thing that I really like this is that it's tinted, and now the tint isn't going to give you any extra coverage. It helps it blend into your skin better and make you feel like you're not like smoothing out paste on your skin because SPFs can be really thick. And so this just has like a little bit of something to it. And then it just helps like, you know, blend into your skin easier. So this one I just really like because I feel like, you know, it's a multi-purpose. It's doing, this one thing is doing a lot. And so I love that because I just use the toner and this in the morning, and then I'll do whatever makeup I'm going to do for the day. Now, if I want to boost my SPF a little bit and I'm just going to like the beach or the pool or something, I'll use this one. And this is the Josie Maran Argan Oil Moisturizer with SPF. And this one has SPF 47, so it's a little bit more. And I actually love that it's 47 because it's like, you just could have said 50. None of us would have known. You are really specific, Josie. But anyways, this one is, I mean, it has argan oil in it, so it's not, it definitely goes on nice, but it's, you know, it's white. And so you kind of feel like you have to like really work it into your skin, and then you feel like you're left with, it's not really showing here, but you feel like you have a little white cast on your face a little bit. So I definitely love the other one for every day. And then if I'm just like straight up going to the beach, or I'm going to be right out in the sun and not really worrying so much about makeup, I'll use this one. So did you make it through it? Sorry if that was long and boring. And like I mentioned, this will be a 2-part series. So my next one will be all about my favorite face mask. So thank you so much for watching. Comment below if there's something that you are loving skincare-wise that you think I should try. I always love getting new things on my radar. So thank you so much for watching. Like this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.